I went and bought myself a Samsonite Oc2lite. Well, you join me on the floor, and that is for good reason, because this bag here will not fit on my table and I will not be able to show it off. I was looking for bags, international trips, and next year I plan on spending about a year in Europe. So I wanted something that I can fit all my stuff in, because I'm definitely not a backpacker. So this is an 81 centimeter suitcase. It is pretty much the tallest kind of suitcase that you can get. I of course went with the Samsonite. The other one was called the American Tourister Linex. Both 81 centimeters tall, very comparable. And I went and got a carry-on suitcase from American Tourister, and I got my full-size suitcase from Samsonite, so I could have a little comparison and see what I like, because they're basically the same suitcases, just in different size classes. It's expandable, it's got anti-theft double zips, it says it's ultra strong, ultra light, and the sizes that it comes in is the 55 centimeter tall, 68, 75, and this we have the 81. Most other brands only really go up to a 75. It's on 8 wheels. It's moving like that even on carpet. When I took it away, I thought the wheels worked perfectly. I packed this full of 25 kgs worth of stuff. It just rolled like an absolute dream, even using the telescoped handle, which barely even fits in the shot. You have a name tag out the back. I personally had Apple AirTags when I was traveling around. I put them in my suitcases. If you're thinking about doing that yourself, just have a look at your airline's website and make sure they haven't banned them. Currently it's temporary, and the reason for that is you cannot turn an Apple AirTag off. Let's take a quick look at the locking mechanism. Now, if you want to set this yourself, put a pen here and you can click this button in, and then you can set the code that you want on the numbers, and then simply push the lock up, and that will pull this out and insert this as your pin. And then you can lock your bag up, and if you have inserted the right pin, you simply click up here and it will undo. This lock here is just for the TSA, so while you're traveling through customs, if they need to open your bag, they don't have to break the lock, they can use a special key to get in there. So this bag here comes with a 10-year manufacturer's warranty. This one can fit 127 litres or 141 litres using the extended zips, and it weighs 4.55 kgs. One thing I like here also is there's feet on the bag for sitting on its side. This is what we're working with. Two sections, one with one of these buckles to keep everything in, and you can kind of feel the arms of the handle that come up through the bag in the back of here. Nice cover, keep everything tidy, and you can easily clean it out, just pulling it out there. A little side pocket, and over this section we have a zip for all those easy to grab and small thin articles that you might have packed away, and then another section. This does not have the stretchy buckles because you're meant to keep it all in there. So the hard shell, very, very good, very, very light, and just did a really good job of keeping everything together. If you're not going to need a bag this big, I definitely recommend going down in sizes, but I just have big plans where I'm going to be living out of a suitcase for a year. So therefore, that's why I went for this. The extender zip works as well as you'd hope it would, and you get that extra room. As you can see, a couple of scratches on the surface from what would have been packing and unpacking into the cargo hold for this suitcase, but all in all, it's held up pretty well, and ultralight I would agree with. Now, I know what you're all wondering. Now this is 560 New Zealand dollars. I got this from Strand Bags and I got it on sale. It was 30% off. And now for my comparison between the two, starting off with weights and literage. So the Samsonite in 81 centimeters is 4.55 kgs. The American Tourister in 81 centimeters tall is 4.6 kgs. Hardly a discrepancy to worry about. That is one notch off a block of butter, and I mean, come on. On the other hand, in 81 centimeters, the American Tourister will take 130 litres, 145 extended, whereas the Samsonite will only take 127 litres, 141 litres extended. So you are missing a little bit of space. This was 560 full price. This, again, in 81 centimeters, costs 400. Quite a price difference in terms of how they work between one another. Starting with the handle, I like how the Samsonite handle works. On the other hand of that, I like the feel and quality of the metal in the American Tourister handle. It feels more durable. One important thing to mention is American Tourister is a subsidiary of Samsonite, so they're both kind of made by the same company. On the inside, the only discrepancy I don't like is this section of the suitcase. On all Samsonites, this is one completely open base. I can't really fit too much in these, and I prefer the divide to be taken out, the stitch divide to be taken out. The locks feel a little different than the TSA locks. This one is in a silver metal looking finish, still plastic. This is in a noticeable plastic finish, but they're pretty much the same, as I said, same companies. The last contributing factor is how hard you want your suitcase to be. This of course is cheaper and it does not do as good of a job. It's very puffy. I can really stick my hand into that. This is very soft, and then you get into a slightly harder layer, whereas with the Samsonite you can't push into it barely at all. So you can be certain that however you've left everything in here, no matter how fragile, everything's going to be alright, but this has a little bit more wiggle room. So if you're wanting everything to be really well looked after, there's this, but high price tag. And then you've got this, still a great little case. If I was just going to be buying something new for like traveling overseas every once in a while for a holiday, I'd probably consider the 75 centimeter size, because I'm going away for so long and I just want everything to be really well looked after to the max. That's why I've gone for the 81 centimeter in the Samsonite. I really like this for a carry-on. I probably wouldn't get a Samsonite carry-on because this was cheaper and it did a really good job, and they both move incredibly well. They almost won't move as well as each other while packed, and that's saying something. I think they're both great options, but I've told you all the variables, everything that's a little bit different about each one, and you can make up your own mind. There will be links to both below. Go get your suitcase and enjoy your holiday. But yeah, I'll see you for the next one. Oh, you're still here. You know, my local airline, Air New Zealand, have gone ahead and they have banned air tags, which is annoying because I was really enjoying tracking my luggage. A bit of a Ryan's top tip for you: if you're traveling, especially in these times with not enough staff and people losing your bags, make your bag recognisable. Take a photo of it before you send it away so you don't have to say, oh, it was a black suitcase. That's the best I can offer you. There you go. Stick it up.